Rosras takes pictures and transforms them into incredible drawings. I am recreating that today. Hi guys, it's Alicja here, welcome to my channel. If you are watching this video, you probably know who Rosras is, but I am going to give you a short introduction anyway. Obviously, he's incredibly talented. His drawings always look really soft and detailed at the same time. The things that you notice the most about Rosras' drawings are the compositions and the incredible color game. Also, his characters are very pretty too. Another interesting thing that Rosras does is taking pictures and drawing on top of them. He takes those pictures, he uses liquefying tool, he changes the shapes, he resizes, he paints over, he erases, so much that in the end you can't see that it was ever a picture before. And this technique is what I'm going to do today. This is the video I'm taking as an example. As you see, Rosras and his friends are going to pose for a picture, and then Rosras is going to take this picture and draw on top of it, creating a whole drawing out of it. So that's what I'm going to do. To recreate Rosras' drawing, I need first a dog, cool outfit right here, and maybe a wig. Okay, I know this is not really my color, and I know it's not really a wig, and I know that Rosras didn't really use any wigs, but I just wanted to. I just wanted to, so. Alright, so we're ready to shoot. Let's go. Shit. Okay.
Okay.
These are all the pictures I made. You may think it's not a lot for a 30 minutes photo shoot, but I had to turn it on every time and wait 10 seconds. It quickly sums up like that. So those are the 6 photos I liked. This one is cute. I like the composition of this one. And this one kind of gives me Jinx vibes of League of Legends. Like shooting people and laughing hysterically. This one is cute, but no place for any weapons, so this one is kind of weird and creepy, I guess. And this one is nice, but too stiff, way too stiff. And yeah, this one is a no, actually, so I don't know why I liked it. Okay, so it is a choice between those two, the 2 and the 3, and yeah, I guess, I don't know, which one would you choose? Yeah, 2 is definitely better. So yeah, I like the face expression too, although I will draw over it later. Step 2, prepare the picture. So this is the picture, and let's just take it into Procreate and start editing. First thing we do is, just like Rosras, I will erase the background to leave the whole character. And this only already took me like 10 minutes because I just can't do it any faster. I don't know why it took so long. So my picture needs some color correction. I don't know if Rosras did that, but my picture is way too dark and I want to change the colors too. So I open the hue, saturation, brightness effect and change some things. Also, I take the curve effect and play with it a little bit so the midtones and shadows are just better, you know. Let's start with the fun part, liquefying. Ross uses it to manipulate the image a little bit. He's basically just changing the proportions so it looks more like fantasy, you know. So in this situation, I am making the waist thinner, way thinner. It's actually unrealistic, but yeah, I'm making a fantasy perfect body, so it's okay. And then I'm making the legs thinner too, and just some minor changes. Step 3, draw. Let's start with the hair. Just like Ross, he makes his hair very flowy and lacking any gravity, so that's what I'm going to do here too. At least I will try. I will struggle a lot too. Oh, and spoiler alert, I will change the hair entirely later, so yeah, oh well. This step already made me think more creatively. Although it's a very unrealistic look, you still need to find a way that will look good and will be working. So I was looking at a lot of Ross references to get it right, and I did kind of. Even though I changed it later, I think this version is not so bad. The first few steps were really difficult because I am not used to this technique, so my brain doesn't give me as many ideas to make it work. I had to try a lot of things to make it look good. As I was drawing, my brain was getting used to this technique and I was understanding the rules and possibilities better with time. Let's give myself some cool weapon Ross's style. It's really cool to see how flat colored objects can really fit into this pretty well. This technique is mostly about composition that will give your character dynamics and movement, so not thinking about details, etc. makes it really easy to experiment with that. Now it's time for flat coloring. Ross's videos on YouTube always skip big chunks of process. He doesn't ever show how things are really done. It's probably because he has real tutorials on Patreon, I guess, which I don't blame him for, so yeah. Get your coin, I guess. So let's start with flat colors. I don't think I was doing it perfectly. Now that I record it later after I finished the drawing, I know what I could have done better. I tried not to focus on details, but my brain was like, no, you need to focus on details. So yeah, I was fighting with my brain constantly. Look at this. See that face? It's such an ugly face, but I have to trust the process, so I decided to do the same thing to my face, make it flat with some fast shading and define the eyes and mouth. So I selected the whole face area and made it a flat color. I was honestly so lost I never skipped the sketching part of the face. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I will just let you watch how I struggle here. This looks so scary. I was looking at different face references from Ross's drawings and tried to combine them, but some of his works are very blended, some are flat and minimalistic, some are detailed and with brush stroke texture. So my first attempt was making the blended version, and right here, it didn't look so bad anymore. But guys, I was invested. I was going for this challenge 100%. And it means I really have to make the face look as if it was made by Ross himself. So drawing the face took me combined like 4 hours, if not more. Every time I would go forwards and backwards in progress. One time it was looking good and another time I ruined it with something. Right here, things were going the right direction. But I had to step up my coloring game. I had to add some saturated colors here and there. I went with pink because that's the color Ross would probably use. Although the face was looking good, it still didn't look like his style. So I did leave it for a bit because I was getting so frustrated. Now flat coloring the arm, then selecting it to shade it with an airbrush. Those two things is what Ross uses a lot. So I try to keep using them to get similar results. To be honest, I think that in this clip I did this hand justice. I like how it looks here, but you know what? I deleted it and made another one later. So who cares if it looks good? Anyways, never mind. Now I do the same thing with legs. Alpha lock, flat brush and airbrush. That's it. The one important rule was using very little contrast and pretty saturated colors. It's crazy how easy it is to make it look good with so little effort. I mean now, because you'll see what I did to those poor legs later. Completely ignored the reference picture. For what? But look, right there. See what I do? I was mad at this point. No, but for real, I wanted to achieve a better composition and felt like the pose couldn't give me the results that I wanted. So, destroying the whole purpose of drawing on the top of a picture, I changed the legs completely. Legs are like 50% of the whole body, so remember how many hours I took on a face? Well, the legs took me twice that much. Why? Because I had no reference for the pose and I saw it in my head, but I couldn't put it into Procreate. I am happy I changed the legs though, because the final results looks great, but I will live shorter because of them. I went back to drawing the face to not lose my sanity. Then I changed the hair, which was also hard as hell. Here you can see me giving the face another shot, but it still didn't work like Ross drew it, so I gave up and drew it off camera. It was too messy to try and record that process for you, so yeah, I'm sorry. But listen, do you see that? You see the face? It's great. I feel like it could be Ross's character cousin. I was really satisfied with this face. In my head, I saw her leaning forward, so I had to come up with a way to draw it properly. But in the end, she just looked like she had huge hips and legs and didn't look like she was leaning forwards at all. Here you can see that I improved the legs slightly by skewing her hips. We were getting somewhere. It looked way better. At this point, I was doing a lot of things off camera. I just couldn't record everything because of how much time it took to do every little step. But as you can see, it really got better again, mostly the legs. Also, I gave her another outfit, but not for long though. Yep, outfit change again, but this time it sticks because I was satisfied. I started adding details using the selection tool. I found it so easy to use because somehow I make better shapes with this than with a brush alone. This technique is something I will keep using in my own drawing style as well. The last steps of this drawing will be the details, strong lightning, like the famous color dodge, and some background as well. I enjoyed this part because there is not much you can destroy. Oh, something I didn't mention yet is that in the first half I was doing most things in one layer because I thought that's probably how Ross does it. But later I gave up and at this point I had like 25 layers already. I changed the hair. Really like the way it looks here. Now let's make some easy background because I already had like 2 brain cells left at this point. I made some weird shapes which had to fit the direction she was kind of moving, then blurred it with Gaussian blur, Gaussian, I don't know how to pronounce it, and it kind of looks nice. It looks nice. I drew some particles flowing too, also the same direction, gave her some glow because that is like the most important effect Ross creates. Right here, my brain cells were being reborn because I loved the drawing in front of me. And it's like a drug for artists. that's what we do it for, you know? So I was happy finishing the drawing. You see those little dust particles? You don't even know how much they change. If you draw in similar style like Ross, those white dust particles are really great addition. Now some hair strokes, easy stuff. At this point I was just doing some small improvements to really finish it off. Nothing difficult. Some extra lighting. Other things I thought maybe I can draw to some extras, but this circle didn't work, sadly. This effect I was trying to make didn't work either, sadly. But well, we are done and I'm excited to show you the final result. Well, alright, so I am finally done. I am finally done with this drawing, and I swear it took 40, 50, maybe no, not 60. It took me like probably 40 hours to make this drawing, because I am a maniac. Like, if I do something and I can't do it exactly as I want it, I'm going to just keep doing it. Because I am pretty proud with my final piece, which is, you can see it right here. This is the final piece. And to be honest, I really am proud of it. I feel like someone that doesn't really know Rose Draws art too well and took like a quick little peek at this drawing, like 2 milliseconds or something. He could probably maybe think it was his, and then he would look longer and he would notice. It isn't. I know it's not that good. I know. Don't hate me. I know. I know this piece is not as good, obviously. It was completely new technique, style, everything for me. But still, I'm really proud of what came out of it. I really am so proud. But I don't know if it was worth it, because I was doing this drawing only for such a long time. I have so much respect for Russ Draws, for the way he does his drawings. Oh my god. Obviously, to do drawings like this one that I just did, you need to practice more if you want to do it in just normal time and not give it 40 hours to finish it, because it's not how long it should take. It's not at all. So my whole intention was to make a drawing that will look like Roster's drawings, like he drew it. Maybe not as good because I can't, but that was my whole intention. And how much would I give it? I think I would give it a 7.5 out of 10, for sure. Maybe an 8. I really think so. Maybe I'm giving it way too much score. Maybe you're like, it doesn't look like Rosa's drawings at all. But I feel like it does. Maybe, I don't know. I was drawing it for 40 hours so I can say whatever I want. But I'm happy with it, and I'm so curious about your opinion, because honestly, when you stare at the same drawing for 40 hours, you can't really give it a good, you can't judge it that well anymore. I feel like, I don't know, I can't. I guess. I really want to hear your judgment, and I also really want you to comment or like or do anything, because I swear just this one video took me so much time for your entertainment, and probably not a lot of people will see it. I don't think a lot of people will. It's not a kind of video that really gets shown to a lot of people. If you want to help me out and making this video and spending so much time on this video worth it, I would really appreciate it if you left a comment below and gave it a like. And if you like this video and you would want to see my face once again, then make sure to subscribe to my channel with the bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new amazing video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.